Hey guys, it's Brittany Cromwell. I'm really excited for this Zoom. Can you guys hear me okay? Yes, awesome. So this is gonna be something we are gonna use and reuse in our team page. And this is for all the new people who want to sign their 6 customers ASAP, get it out of the way, earn your free product credit, and continue to sign customers. So obviously on day 3, you just started your brand new checklist. And so that could be a little bit of just overwhelm taking over. So I wanted to use the next hour to just show you guys and explain it to you and help walk you through everything that you're going to do over the next 10 days and just some other things that will help you keep your business running and some really awesome advice and tips. So I want you guys, for those of you who are on live, ask all the questions you can, and I'm going to answer them as we go. But we are going to go ahead and dive right in. So we have the checklist here, and the first thing it talks about is show you making a product on Instagram and Facebook stories. And so I just wanted to take this time to show you guys and kind of explain how you can do that, how to post on your Instagram and Facebook story. And I'm going to show you guys just a simple poll. We're going to do a poll because polls are really awesome to help you get followers and having people continue to see your stories. I feel like when I do one and I get a lot of clicks, I get more views on my stories. So we're going to head over to our Instagram. And if you haven't figured out how to link your Instagram to your Facebook, make sure you do. So that way, when you share your stories on your Instagram, it goes to your Facebook as well. But I want you guys to click this right here at the top. It's a little camera. And so you're going to click that. And I want you to find a photo from the last 7 days that is something that you can maybe put a poll up on. And I'm going to show y'all just an example. So it could be something about your dog. It could be something about your kids. I'll find one of mine and something super, super simple. Let's see. Okay, so here's a video of Amelia dancing in the kitchen. And so I took this today and she's just jumping around dancing, having fun. And so a cute little poll could be, do you guys dance in your kitchen at your house? Just something like random. And so I want you guys to put a poll up really quick, and then we're gonna head over and do something next, and then I'm going to explain a little more about what number 1 on the checklist is for. So you can also add music right here. You can click on music and you can pull up any song. So I'm going to go ahead and find a song that kind of goes with this. There we go, 50 Cent. So I'm putting, is your kitchen also a constant dance floor? And then I'll put, I think we dance more than we eat in here. Something cute. And then, so it looks like this. Well, let me lower the brightness. And so I tried to do, there we go. I try to do different text and different fonts and stuff to really make it pop. And I'm going to add the poll. There we go. I'm going to do yes. And then no dancing. No dancing here. Okay. Okay, that was totally random. So what you're going to do after you get that poll up is you can go ahead and start liking things up and down your Instagram or your Facebook while I talk about how to do number one, just a little more in depth. So it just went away. Hold on, let me bring it back up. I'm gonna screenshot it this time. All right, so you making a product post on your Instagram and Facebook story. So while you guys are still doing this, I'm just gonna talk about this for a minute and then we'll move on to the next one. So when you are doing your product story, so what I do is I simply try to use the products daily. And so I'll do my coffee in the morning, I'll take my fat fighters after lunch, and I'm always drinking greens, collagen. So what I try to do is always have my phone on me at all times, like you already do. And while I'm using the products throughout the day, I talk about how I'm using it, or you could do another slide, why you're using it, another slide, how you signed a customer up for it, whatever, and somehow talk about the products daily on your Instagram. And so I think the easiest way to do that is just be a product of the product and just get creative. And the way I became creative, because in the beginning as a newbie, I second guessed myself. Is this right? Should I do it a different way? Should I be doing this instead? And I started comparing myself to other people, and it was really hard. So what you should do instead is look at maybe some other people that you just fall in love with. I fell in love with so many top earners in the beginning. And what I did was I watched their content and I didn't copy it word for word, but I took it and I used it as an idea and I put my twist on it. And so don't feel bad if you feel like you can't come up with stuff on your own, because I was very hard on myself in the beginning. And so I want you guys to just take that pressure off and just know that I did that and I had to do that. And a lot of other people still have to do that. So follow some people, get creative. I love doing boomerangs. I love doing gifts and just drawing on it. And what I really encourage you to do, because as you start to grow your business with, posting about products and everything, you're going to have total strangers start to follow you. You know what I mean? Because you have to grow your network. And so people, the more that they see you talking about the products or you in the picture while you're mixing your coffee and not just showing your coffee being mixed, the more that they hear you talk and know your personality, the more they're going to know, like, and trust you. And that's very important as you're growing your business, to include you in your photos and your videos as much as possible. So there's no right or wrong way to show products on your Instagram. Just look at some other top leaders in our team page and get ideas from them and then recreate it. And you're going to find your own little groove to it. And one day from now, it's not going to be hard. It's just going to be fun. Okay, so the next thing on the checklist is post about your story, past, present, and future on a story or a post. And so because you just made a poll, what we're going to do is let's go ahead and throw it up on our Instagram slide. And so the perfect thing that you can do right now is, if you're rewatching this, you can pause it and take a photo, or if you're live right now, find a way for you to take a picture of what you're doing. Better yet, I want you guys to go and grab your fiance, your husband, your sister, your kids. I don't care. I'm going to go grab Michael for him to do this for me, but I want, actually I have my tripod, I'll use that. I want you guys to take a minute and get a photo of you working. And so the best thing you can do is talk about what you're doing right now. And so this is number 2 on the checklist. You want to show your story daily. You want to talk about it. It could be something as simple as how you and your kids are playing outside and you can't wait to be a stay-at-home mom and quit your job one day, or whatever it is. That's part of your story, and talking about what you're doing, why you're doing it, and what you're going after. And so that could be past, present, and future, or it could be right now and future. You don't have to struggle to have a story. You don't have to have success to have a story. So I'm going to show you guys how I set this up. I have a tripod that I can link in the page. It's really awesome. But I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of me sitting at my desk, and then I'm going to put this on my Instagram story. I got to mute my notifications because they are going crazy right now. Hold on. I'm going to mute for an hour. So if anybody needs me on here, text me if it's an emergency. So I'm going to turn this around and show you guys how I do this, because everybody's clicking on your poll right now. And so they're going to read your story right after. Okay. So maybe take a few photos. It could be a selfie, but we'll do it this way. Okay. So, my handy dandy tripod. I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here. All right, and so I'm gonna go ahead and set this up here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set my timer for 10 seconds. All right, I hope you guys are getting your photo. Timer, where's the timer button? There it is, 10 seconds. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and make it a little more interesting. Take a step back. Okay. Oh my, no. The struggle, hold on. This thing, I need a smaller phone case so it stays. Okay. And so sometimes I do this. Take a second, even though it's difficult. I'm gonna act like I'm talking and then boom, okay, I have my photo. Okay. So, if you have your photo, what you're gonna do, you're gonna go over to your Instagram and I want you to learn this little thing that I do. I'm gonna teach you guys. Okay, so here's me. This is my photo at my desk. And I'm gonna tell you my story and what I'm putting. And I want somebody that has the courage right now to go ahead and post in the chat. If you've been in the business less than 3 months, I want you to go ahead and put in the chat what you're putting on your story, okay? I can't screen share because I'm on my laptop and I'm not working from my laptop right now. I'm working from my phone. So I can show y'all everything step by step. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say, tonight I sit here helping almost 50 people, 50 new people on our team launch their business. And then I'm gonna show you how I talk about my story. So what I do is I upload that photo on the story, just like this. And so while I'm here and I have this text, I'm gonna go ahead and save this post. It's this little arrow right here. I'm gonna save it. And I'm gonna post this. I sit here helping almost 50 new people on our team launch their business. And so I went ahead and I posted it. And so I'm gonna click back on the camera. I'm gonna go here. And then I have the post right there. So then I can pick up where I left off and then start typing again. And this one's gonna say, 5 years ago, I was them. I was new, scared, didn't know what I got myself into, but I had hope. I'll read the comments in just a sec, you guys. 5 years ago, I was them. I was new, scared, didn't know what I got myself into, but I had hope. And so here I am. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the save button again. And so I'm gonna hit that arrow at the top. I'm gonna go ahead and post that. And then I'm gonna upload it again. See, it's right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and tap it. And I can write on top of this again, all right? And I'm gonna say, all I needed was an extra $200 a month. And I was willing to do anything to make that happen. All right, So I'm going to read somebody else's story. If you guys can post it in here. So I'm going to go ahead and save it again. I'm going to post it. I'm going to do this one more time, and then I'm going to read the comments. All right, I'm going to read this to you. So sometimes sharing your story, you guys, takes 2 seconds, and then sometimes it just takes a little more work. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to add a GIF. So if you click on this little sticker icon right there, you can then type whatever you want to bring up right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and add sparkles to mine. I love doing sparkles. So just type in sparkle. I find one and I'll stretch it out. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys how I did this, or I'm sorry, what it looks like. All right, so here's my poll. And so I already have people clicking on that. This is so bright. Hold on, let me lower this. All right, so I already got 4 clicks and 70 views since we've posted that. And so then as you click, you can see there's my story. And you click again, there's another. So that's how you can kind of create that effect. Okay. So if I was brand new like you, what I would have said was, a week ago, I was somebody who was working full time. I had no other income. Today, here I am on a Zoom at 9 o'clock at night while my babies are tucked in bed, learning how to make an extra $500 a month. And then the next one could be like, I don't know what I got myself into, but I know that it is going to be one of the best experiences of my life. And I am going to show my babies that mommy can do this and change our situation. And so that's kind of how you can share your story. I'm going to read some other ones and then we'll move on to the next one. Does anybody want to share their story? Okay, Nicole, I'm unmuting you so you can share what you think a newbie should be posting on their story real quick, and then we'll hop on to number 3. Okay, hold on.
Hey.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey. Oh, I got the spotlight. I feel so special. So as a newbie, you need to be talking in your story. Talk about your excitement. Doesn't matter what you're doing, at least 2 slides of something. It could be about what you're doing with your kids. It could be about how you're able to stay home with, like, when they're sick, or just something. But I think a minimum of 2 slides of somebody hearing your voice, and they're going to have more of a connection with you. So that is my recommendation.
Yeah, that's a good
For
idea.
sure.
Too.
And it's getting you out of your comfort zone too, because you're not quite on a live, but you're also on your stories. So of course you're trying to get up your views on your story. So only, I'm going to say an estimate for somebody that's just joining, you're having anywhere between, I'm going to say 20 to about 150 people versus what is amount on your friends list. So I think that's what I recommend. They need that connection. They need to know your vibe.
Perfect. Thank you. And so you guys, another thing that, hold on one sec. Another thing you can do is just treat it like you're kind of filming your life. And so another thing you could have just done and said, hey guys, I'm on a Zoom right now. I can't believe I'm sitting here. I'm going to be making an extra $500 a month. Like a week ago, I didn't even know how to be an influencer online, but the fact I'm doing this now, I'm so excited. And so that's something you could do, is just simply just show people, hey, I'm working on my lunch break. hey, I'm here. I didn't ever think that 2 years ago I'd be here, but now I'm making this much, or just showing you working. And so those things are really important. So just take a minute throughout your day and stop and show what you're doing and just talk about it. And that's the easiest way you can do things without overthinking it. Okay, so the next thing, and then I'll go ahead and answer these questions, is we're gonna, number 3, sort Facebook friends list from newest to oldest and engage on 3 posts per page, 25 people a day. So we're gonna go ahead and open our Facebook, and you're gonna go to, I think you're gonna go right here, okay? And you're gonna see where it says friends. And so you're gonna click that. And you're gonna click all friends at the top. It says all friends. And then you're gonna hit sort. So you can click sort, and you can choose to sort from newest to oldest or whatever you want. And this one says to sort from newest to oldest. So you're going to click newest to oldest, and then it's going to show you all the recent friends that you've added. So what we're going to do is for the next 8 minutes, because we're going to try to get through this, for the next 8 minutes, I'm going to answer questions. I'm going to set a timer. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to each person's page, and you're going to comment on one thing, and you're going to like 2 things. And so what this is going to do is it's going to bring people to your page. And so I always do this after I make my posts for the day about the products, the business. And so that's when I go and comment on people's stuff, because it brings them to my page. So I'm going to go ahead and set the timer now. All right, it's going. And then for 8 minutes, we're going to do that. And so some things that I comment, obviously you guys have the messages we've given you. And so I will just go to somebody's page and I'll look at their posts, and whatever I'm thinking in my head, I put down. And I take it being weird or awkward or any kind of thought that makes me second guess myself off the table. I'm in control of my mind. I completely erase it, and I say, this person wants to hear from me. I'm going to make their day better. How can I relate to them? How can I ask a question? How can I answer their question? How can I, whatever. So that's really what you have to do, is kind of step out of that comfort zone, because people don't care about you until they know how much you care about them. So be that first person in the room to step up to somebody and start a conversation. That's the kind of person you have to be in this business, is not the person that hides in the corner and observes what everyone else is doing. The person that walks up first and says, hey, it's so good to meet you. I saw you over here and I'm bringing it. Just wanted to introduce myself. That's who you need to be in this business. So be that person, make other people cheer up, smile, and just be yourself. So I do it super quick. And if it's a shared video or something like that, I do not comment on it. But if it's just a photo of, here we go, just a coffee, okay, like that, something simple, I'm going to say, oh girl, I need that mug ASAP. I need that mug. That's the first thing that came to my mind. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm just going to heart 1 and 2. Boom, done. I just finished one person. So that's the kind of speed that you got to work at, is what's the thing I can comment on the quickest? Okay, go like 2 other things, move on to the next person, because you guys don't want to spend all day on your phone, right? So, all right, let me read the comments. Let's see. So I was thinking of putting my photo. Tonight I sit here helping 2 new people starting the business. I just started 2 days ago being a full-time, I just started 2 days ago being at home full-time due to my medical issues. I'm so happy to be able to help and provide for my babies. That's perfect. Talk about past, present, and future. So another good thing to add after that would be, this is what's going to happen, and manifest it. And so all of you right now, live in the month of February 2020, okay, check with your upline what's the bonus for the month when you join, when you rewatch this, but all of you have a $15,000 bonus that you can earn right now. So you need to start talking about that if that's what you're going after. And so at the end of every day sharing your story, talk about the $15,000 bonus, because you may think, oh, I keep talking about it, I don't want to annoy people, but different people are seeing your posts every single time, not the same people are seeing it. And so share that constantly in different ways. And so I would add that at the end, how you are going for a $15,000 bonus. See, when I was going diamond, I wasn't like, I'm trying to earn a bonus. I said, I am earning this bonus. And I didn't even second guess myself. Because if you can earn your 6 customers or even 1 customer, that means you learned how to sign a customer, which means you can learn how to sign distributors and go diamond. And so that's got to be your mindset is, I did that, well, I can do this. And why am I second guessing myself when it's that simple? We look for customers and distributors. So manifest that, you guys. Talk about it and don't ever feel like you're talking too much about it. I can't screen grab, I think you meant screen record, but I made a boomerang of me and my fiance on the couch with my notebooks. I have all my work stuff in. It says live, being able to make I love being able to make my own hours. Babies are in bed and I'm getting my work in. Perfect. But talk about what you're working on. Talk about that. Okay. Your bonus, your Ruby promotion, whatever it is, and talk about how you're going to hit it. All right. You can speak if you want to, guys, or type your story. I like to do a little bit of both throughout the day. There's no right or wrong. Just do both. I'm not necessarily a newbie. I've been in 9 months and I was wondering how to talk about the bonus. Perfect. So the best thing you can do is attraction marketing. If you have the time, YouTube that. YouTube how to do attraction marketing in network marketing. And so attraction marketing is where you're talking about your business, but in a way that's going to bring people in and not push them out because they feel like you're trying to get something from them. And so what I recommend doing is talking about your life and adding it in the middle of your post. So for instance, think of an Oreo, okay? The cookie on top is you talking about how you woke up this morning and you guys went to church and look at the outfits the kids dress themselves in because they love picking out their own outfits, but that's okay. It doesn't matter because they're young. And then the cream is I can't wait to get home and spend the day with my family and hustle on this $15,000 bonus I'm working towards. You guys, I'm manifesting this right now publicly. Our family's going to be earning that bonus, and this is what we're going to be doing with it. Two weeks ago, I had no idea what this business was, but here I am, and it's crazy to believe I made it this far already with my success. And so the cookie at the bottom is going to be like, we can't wait for tomorrow. We're going to go to Adeline's school play. And the rest of the week is going to be so much fun until we whatever. And so it's maybe about this long on your Facebook. If you're looking at your phone, okay, maybe your paragraph is like that long. It's nothing super long. And so that's the best way you can start talking about this bonus. And then of course, maybe you took a bomb selfie and you're feeling yourself and you look really good. You could just say simple posts that say, you're looking at a girl who's earning a $15,000 bonus this month, #watch out. And so there's certain things like that. And that's called being bold. It's called being loud and having no worries and being like the person that has like a megaphone, just yelling it all over and not giving a crap what anyone has to think or say. And it's like, people are going to look at that and say, dang, she's got confidence. That's what being bold is like laying everything out and not worrying about what could go wrong because you're not focused on that. You're focused on what can go right. And so let the world know that, because if you're not talking about that, like you're not attracting what you need. And so that's what I recommend is do a little bit of both. Talk about it in between your posts and your polls and your stories that are all about lifestyle things. Okay. Talk about it in between. It's like that paragraph I just read you guys, the Oreo cookie. It's like they're forced to eat the cream. They're forced to read the cream because they want to know other things that you're talking about. So just make it interesting and don't worry about if you're saying it right or wrong. Like you're going to know and you can always fix it. Okay. Okay. I think that's all the questions. Somebody said, I claimed diamond and double bonus and it happened. People will join you seeing when you claim your goals? Exactly. They're going to want to join somebody who's successful. So talk about the success you're going to have before you even have success, and you're going to become successful. It's that simple when you're putting in the work. Put in the work, put in the work, put in the work. Okay. So drop a 1 in the comments if you've learned something new tonight. We're going to head on to the next one just because you guys are probably almost done commenting and my timer somehow stopped. So I don't know where we're at. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to do this again on Instagram. So whatever you just did, we're going to switch over to Instagram. So you have to do 25 people on Facebook, 25 on Instagram. What I recommend doing is doing 25 in the morning on Facebook before you go to work and 25 on Instagram when you get home, or however you want to do it. So obviously you guys, like, it's going to take a little longer than 8 minutes to do that, probably 15 to 20 if you're being thoughtful. Okay. So I'm just wanting to kind of go through this. It's not really, you probably didn't get through 25 people. Okay. So don't get upset over it. You're doing good. Okay. So we're on Instagram. So to do this now, when we're on Instagram, we have to go to our followers. So you're going to click that. Okay. And then hold on. Okay, wait a second. Somebody help me that's on here. Why is it not showing that I can sort it now? Did I do it wrong? Mine's not showing up. Hold on. Okay, I found it. Wait. So it's following and not followers, right? Okay. All right. So let me demonstrate this. Okay, so you're here. You're going to click on following. All right. So when you're at following, there's going to be, this is really hard to do backwards. Oh, here it is. This little thing. And you're going to click that. And once again, you're going to choose earliest or latest, whatever you want. And so what I like to do, I'm just going to show you guys how I do mine and how quick I do mine. So this is perfect for your new followers. If you follow them back, like, you could just go down the list. Sometimes I'll send a message and I'll say, hey, I know we just started following each other. I just gotta say, I love your photos. And so you can actually add that into your word board and have that be your base message the first time you message somebody for the first time. Kind of like Michael and his furniture business. What he does is he will message them as soon as they start following each other and say, hey, I just wanted to say thank you for following me. You know, I'm here local in Charlotte, and if you ever need furniture, check out my page, something like that. So just like a welcome, you can do that. Like, I love your photos. And then you can add your personalization based on what you truly like about their photos and add that afterwards. So that's a really good way for you to just be consistent with the same thing. And so I'm just going to click on, here we're on Caitlin's page. And so if I'm going to go ahead and start building a relationship, I can click the photo, I'm going to double tap, and then sometimes I'll just scroll, and then I'll do double tap, and I'll just keep scrolling, and then I'll double tap again. And so obviously this is harder this way, but this is how I say hey to somebody for the first time. And so then I'll pick a photo to comment on, and I'll say, this photo is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, you take such good photos. And then maybe you could send a message after. And so that's really going to get that person to come to your profile and kind of look at, who is this girl, a little deeper. So we're going to go ahead and do that for 5 minutes. I just want you guys to kind of get the hang of that and figure out how to do that. And then we'll move on to the next thing. And if anyone has questions, feel free to ask them now. Hey, Amelia. All right, so here's a story from Megan. She said, a month ago. Okay, go give it to Dad. He'll fill it up for you, okay? A month ago, I was sitting on my couch with a torn MCL. I don't know what an MCL is. And work. Get out of here, Tay. And working a job I wasn't passionate about. Ooh, that's good. Because somebody's going to read that and be like, well, I'm not passionate about my job. Now I am able to do something I am passionate about. I love helping people succeed with their health goals and working towards my $15,000 bonus. I only need $200 extra a month, and I'm on my way to making $400 my first month. God is so good. That's perfect. And so me personally, I'm more like, I can't believe this. I'm more like, you guys, is this real life? And so I'll add those in the beginning, like little phrases that will kind of make them want to read the post. And sometimes I'll be like, the thoughts going through my head right now, I can't explain. And so just those things kind of starting at the beginning, I feel like help a lot. Even saying something like what you're about to read is the honest truth on how I feel. And so those things make you want to read the post. And so I'll just add those in and make it a little more interesting that way too, just a tip. Okay, she meant ACL. It says MCL. I just want to correct you guys. It says MCL. I'm like, I didn't know if she meant ACL or if MCL is like a different thing. I don't know anything about muscles and stuff and tendons. Okay, I know what an ACL is. Okay, that's painful. Oh my gosh. Oh, MCL is a thing. MCL is the inside ligament in your leg. Okay, well, I hope you get better soon. You guys crack me up. Okay, any questions you guys have, new people? Any thoughts? We have about 2 minutes left that you guys are doing that on your Instagram. It's kind of funny when you get done with that, you start to see your views go up on your stories, your likes go up on your photos. And so doing this with new people every day, that's the biggest question I get, Brittany. How can I get more views on my stories? Because I primarily run my business off of stories, and now I'm on TikTok, which is really helping, but I primarily work on stories. And so that's the biggest question I get, like, how can I get more views on my stories? Well, this is how you get more views on your stories. You interact, you message, you make people want to come to you because you went to them first. And what I think about, and sometimes I forget this, I talk about this all the time, but when people like used to message me before the business, I knew everything about them. I was that stalker. I was that one that would like look through their photos, like, is this person really messaging me? Who are they? And then I see them on my newsfeed all the time now. And so algorithms are really cool because the more that people spend on your page and reading your pictures and liking your photos and viewing your stories, the more you're going to see, or the more you're going to show up in their timeline. So you may think, how is this helping my business? Well, commenting on all these people's things right now, those people are going to be your distributors in 3 months from now. Like those are the customers that are going to come in 2 months from now. And so even though it's not giving you overnight results and then in enrollments, you're setting yourself up for the future. And so what you're doing now, your efforts are going to pay you forever. And if you haven't read the book Beach Money, I know I mentioned this, you should. It's really awesome because it talks about how he really worked his tail off in the beginning and how it showed nothing for a few months. And then he made one simple mindset switch, and all of a sudden he started making number one income money out of his whole company. And so it really changes your brain from this hourly pay mindset to what you're doing now. And it's a really good book. I really suggest watching it. Okay. So we have about 30 seconds left. While you guys finish, I'm going to read over the next thing on the checklist. Okay. So the next thing, you guys keep commenting. I'm going to just talk because it's about to end. The next thing it says, learn one product a day. So, okay, here's my alarm. It went off. Okay. So one product a day. What I recommend you doing is thinking about, what am I truly interested in doing right now? Do I want to fix my skin? Do I want to lose weight? Do I want more energy? What do you want? And then go and figure out what section that's under and only study that section. Become such an expert in that section that you just start selling the crap out of it. And so you can definitely read one new thing a day, but be careful with what you're choosing because it has to be something you're excited about. And so what I do is you go to your website. I actually go to my actual website, like I'm a customer, and I click on that product. And what I did was I looked at what the description was and I would rewrite it down in my own words. So if it said burns lots of calories and 2 times your metabolic rate, I would simply write in my notes, like I would say, this product is amazing. It's going to help you burn more calories throughout the day. And so I'd put it in my own words, and writing it down on the paper helped me retain it. And seeing it there and writing it and putting it in my own words made me remember it better, because you can't keep going back and forth to your website constantly when you're trying to get back to people, quick. And so that's what I did. And we also have myitworksproductcoach.com. You guys, you don't have to know every single thing about this product. So I recommend just spending 10 minutes reading up on it, writing it down. I personally, even now to this day, I have a section in my notes that says products, and it's a folder. And when I click on that folder, then it brings up all the different ones that I have, and I'll click on ThermoFight X, and then I have like all my notes about ThermoFight X. So as I get to know the products more, like I know, like we have some of our skincare in Mexico, and so I'll type those things in there. So that way I just remember it and I can go back to it if I want. So stay organized with that and just writing it down and having everything in one spot. You could just go back to it like this. And that way, if you go to me and you say, Brittany, what's the best thing to use for somebody who has heart disease, but they want to lose weight and da-da-da-da-da, when I give you that answer, you can then go ahead and put it away that way. So that's super simple. That's how I personally do it. And I just kind of learned the basics about it. Okay. So next, we're going to add 25 people on Facebook and Instagram in a specific area. This is my favorite thing because I love branching out. So I want y'all to post a random state in the comments right now that you have always wanted to go to. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Okay, I'm going to read these out. So there's more of you on here. Everybody comment. I need 5 more comments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. We're good. All right. So now I want you to pick somebody else's state. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Google and you're going to type in, I'm going to do Oregon. Okay. So I'm going to type in Oregon popular cities. And so now what I found, 12 best cities to visit in Oregon. Number 1 is Portland. Okay. Let's do the second one. Eugene, Oregon. We're going to Eugene, Oregon. Okay, so we're going to Facebook. And now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to do this on Facebook and how to do this on Instagram, okay? What you can do is go to the search bar at the top of your Facebook, and you're going to type your city and state. And so you're going to see all different kinds of things come up. There's going to be Facebook groups. There's going to be posts, whatever. What I want you to do is go to people. And then what you can do is you can start adding filters. So you can do friends of friends, and there's nobody there. You can type in, work. Or you could type, like, you can literally find anything. So, okay, let me do this a different way. Hold on. I think I did it the wrong way. Okay, so bear with me, you guys. It's been a while since I've worked with Facebook. So I'm just gonna type in Sarah, and then when you type in the name at the top, you can actually then go to places. So I typed in Sarah, and then you can go to places at the top. And that's when you do choose a city. Eugene, Oregon. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Okay, go see Daddy. Go show Dad. Here. Go show Daddy. Go show Daddy. Okay. So now here's all these Sarahs from Eugene, Oregon. So I'm going to just scroll through. And I'm going to find somebody. And so I found a blogger. So now I'm going to click on her fans and I'm going to start following her friends. So here's the thing, you guys. When it comes to following friends on Facebook and you find the person that lives where you want them to live, you got to find their friends, find somebody who has their friends public. And what I do is I click on their friends and then I scroll through and I just randomly start adding friend requests to people that I see look my age. And I'll click on their profile, make sure they're not friends with any of my friends. And then I will go ahead and I will start adding just random people. And so let me show you guys kind of how I go about it. Hold on one sec, I just lost. Okay. So right now I'm on this person's friends list, okay? And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and scroll until I see somebody that I'm like, oh, she looks cute. This looks like somebody I would hang out with. Okay, maybe not her. Hold on. Let me find somebody. I just look at their profile picture. Okay, so here's a normal looking girl. So I'm going to go ahead and hit add friend. And so sometimes I'll just go ahead and scroll down now to her friends and see if she has any friends right here that look like somebody I would want to add. So then I may send out a friend request to this person and this person. And now these are people that you're not going to have any mutual friends with. And so what you're going to have to do is send out a good bit at one time, because the chances of them accepting your friend request on the other side of Oregon, when I don't have any friends there, are pretty slim, because it seems like on Facebook, people really only add people that they have a lot of mutual friends with. It's kind of like, oh, I don't know this person, but I must be friends with them somehow or know them from somebody. And so I'll just start sending friend requests and I'll send about 20. I'm still scrolling down like the same person's list. And so at the end of that, then I'll wait a little bit and you'll see maybe 2 or 3 people accepted you. And so you don't want to send out too many friend requests at one time, because then you're going to get flagged and you may be blocked from adding people for a little bit. So you want to break it up. And so I'll do about 15 to 20 and then I'll come back. And now I have, like I said, 3 people accepted me. So maybe an hour later, I'll go to their friends and then I'll start adding from there. So now when I send these new friend requests, it says I have 1 mutual friend with them. And so now I keep doing that cycle until a week from now, I'm now picking back up from where I left off. And the way you can do that is by going to your profile. And when you scroll down, you can click friends. And so then you can hit the button at the top that says recent. And it's going to show you your most recent friends all through here. And so you can click there and start back off and then start sending more friend requests. And now it's saying you have 80 mutual friends with this person in Oregon. And so that's how I branch out that way. And so on Instagram, it's a little easier for me because I do this all the time. But on Instagram, you're going to go to the search at the bottom and you're going to click the bar at the top. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start typing in, I click places on the top. You can do stop, you can do account, you do tags or places. And so I'll go to places and I'll type in Eugene, Oregon. And then I'm going to think, okay, where do moms take their kids? If you're a college kid, maybe you want to look up college campuses. Or if you're a dog mama, maybe you can look up certain breeders. And so I'm going to think, well, every mom takes their kid to Target. And so right here, I found a Target in Eugene, Oregon. I'm going to go ahead and tap it. And I'm now going to scroll all down through these photos and find somebody with a kid. And so there's a mom that lives in Eugene, Oregon, and I'm going to follow her. And now I'm going to click on her profile, and this is exactly the kind of person that I would want on my team. She looks normal, she looks happy in all of her photos. Her photos are bright and colorful. And so I'm going to go ahead, now that I followed her and she's somebody that really sticks out to me, I'm going to go and just scroll like this. And I'm just going to start liking her stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm even going to go the extra mile, and I'm going to save her photo right here. So I'm going to click. No, do not. She just almost grabbed my water, guys. I'm sorry. You're going to click this save button. And what that does is it's going to pop up this thing that says save to album. And so you can create create a collection, that has all the people that you really want on your team, that you want to focus on and build a relationship and really get to know. And so now that I've saved her stuff, I've liked some of her stuff, you can send that message that says, I don't know how it came across your profile, but I just want to say, like, your photos are adorable. Or you can wait until you make a connection next week, and then you can go back to your followers, sort them in order, and see who your newest followers or following is, which she would then show up on. So maybe I'll send my message in a week from then, okay? And I'm just gonna like a few more of her stuff. And now I can either click on her photo that has 57 likes and just randomly start going down and following people based on their profile picture, or I can go to her following and go through that. And also in the morning, I can then go back to that saved photo that I saved and bring her profile back up and then follow more from her profile. And so it's funny, I must have done this one time and then signed Jerica and Kelsey, because I signed them at different times, but they live 15 minutes away from each other and they're both doubles on my team. And so somehow doing this, I must have followed them in the same area. So it's pretty cool what can happen from this. You know what I mean? So any questions from that? We're going to head over to the next thing and get 10 host to post up. So my favorite message for a host to post is all in the host to post album, and or the post that we put up. And it says something like, hey girl, I haven't seen your comments on my post yet. I just wanted to message you and fill you in that I'm giving away blank this month. Do you want an entry in the giveaway? It's totally free. You don't have to buy anything. I just saw, and you can say, I just saw you were online and I realized you weren't in the giveaway yet. So you could start it out like that if you see they're online. So what you can do, different ways that we do this, is getting 10 hosts to post up. What I recommend doing is in the morning, waking up before your busy schedule and sending out these messages. You can even send them out at night, so that way you wake up to, yeah, of course, what do I have to do? And then you can send them the direction. So obviously you have all of this from the posts in the units. I think it's either today, tomorrow. It says host to post scripts. So use that and message. So I'm going to go ahead and set a timer for 3 minutes since we're running low on time, and we're going to go ahead and send out some messages. And so I'm going to go to Facebook, and I'm going to go ahead and look and see who's online right now. And so you can do that by going right here to the bottom. I'm open in Messenger right now. And so you can click this little icon, and it's saying I have 937 active friends right now. And so you can just scroll down and just see who's online and start messaging there. Another thing you can do to get these messages out is you can go to your Instagram story and see who commented on your poll a few minutes ago when we made it. And so already I have so many clicks on my poll, so I can go ahead and message them and say, hey, you just clicked on my poll and it reminded me I didn't see you in my giveaway this week. And then say the rest of the message. And so there's so many different ways. You can go back through the people you've been building a relationship and ask them. You can get with your current customers and ask them. You can get with all your family and friends and ask them. In fact, I encourage you, if you haven't already, to get a piece of paper out and make a hundreds list full of 100 names of people on your Facebook that you went to school with, family, friends, whoever, and ask them to host a post for you. And another thing that I think Nicole does too is she asks people to host a post, to post about how there's a giveaway. You do that, right? Yeah. Can you talk about that real quick? I'm going to unmute you. All right.
Hey guys, I would love to talk about that. It has, if you guys haven't already seen, yesterday I got up over 100 host posts without getting blocked. And so what I did is there was only certain people that I was actually choosing to post about the giveaway for me. I was being very strategic about it. And the reason why is, you have all those people that are constantly posting for you, but don't get any type of interaction on their host a post. Well, this is the final straw before you get like cut. So this is about posting about the giveaway. So I only had about I think it was like 5 people post about it for me. And so I actually let the comments build up.
Wait. Say that again. So you got 5 people to post for you, but they didn't put up the ThermoFight X post that says, who wants to try this in 90 days, da-da-da-da-da. Instead, they put up a post that said what?
That says, my girl Nicole is giving away $150 cash. Drop an emoji. If you would like an entry, she'll DM you to confirm. And so that's the one. I put it in the Stay Connected chat. So if you're not in a Stay Connected chat, ask your upline to get into it, because you definitely want to. But it's in there. So I posted about that this morning at 5 a.m. on my 5 a.m. power hour. And then I only had those like 5 people to be able to post about it. I let the comments build up. So what I was doing is I was actually going back and forth from their giveaway post to a regular, like my regular TFX host a post, so that I wouldn't get blocked because the messages were different. Okay. Also, another thing that I did is nobody got the same emoji on the post that I was messaging. So everything was different. All their emojis were different. Okay. Also, whenever I was messaging them, I also talked about how I had them either tag me in the comments or tag me in the post. I'll be real. I get more interaction when I have them tag me itself in the post. I never add it to my timeline. I get more interaction that way instead of them tagging me in the comments. So I went back and forth between both of those, and I always stuck a before and after picture in the comments. That was a must. So with me doing all these steps, there was a break in between to where I had just a little bit of time, and to where I didn't get blocked. But I didn't slow down. I kept on going. And if you are up for a promotion, you are trying to promote, you're going to do by any means possible. This is where I have sat. Today was the first day I actually didn't do like full on all day work, was because my daughter had a dance to go to, her sweetheart dance. But this is where I've sat. And during promotion months, when you have a bonus on the line, you're going to do by any means necessary. And so I was making sure that if my inbox was not blowing up, or I didn't have messages to answer, I wasn't doing enough. That was my thought process. If I didn't have a minimum of 5 people to be able to answer, that was it. I needed more than 5 people every single time, because then I'm not doing what I need to be doing. Also, during that process, I was also watching training videos from top leaders on how to mass enroll LCs. They were doing, of course, I greenlight message too. I am huge on greenlight messaging for host to post. So I greenlight message for host to post, also in between answering host to post posts, if that makes sense. I did that, and I also went into my stories, which I'm doing more of, into my stories, and I'm requesting for a host to post. I'm not building the relationship, I'm sorry. Right now, I don't need that. I need the volume. I need, to build my team. So I did the host to post in my stories and asking them to do a host to post. So I'm catching everybody from every single way. And either way, I was breaking it up because I was doing it from different directions, if that makes sense.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys, she's going for like a major, major promotion. And so this is something that you can definitely take bits and pieces of, but don't feel like you need to do everything that Nicole's doing until you're ready for that diamond bonus. So all of that info was so, so, so good. Thank you so much. But for real, like, you guys, you just to make it easier on you around your busy day, you could take that post and use it to find new people to host a post. And so just knowing that right there and posting about the giveaway, that's insane. So that's going to help you out so much. The fact she got 5 posts up and she was still able to get 100 up after that. Like, imagine if you just got 2 people to post it. You could easily sign a customer a day. So next is post daily on Facebook and Instagram and use the content calendar for inspiration. So there's a content calendar we put out, ask your upline for that. And basically it has everything about like what ideas you can use and just making it easier to kind of give you guys some inspiration on what you can be creating. Okay. 10 Instagram slides. So as you're going throughout your day, using 10 Instagram slides is so easy. As you saw, I'm just recording my kid dancing in the kitchen. It could be something as simple as your dinner that you made. It could be you guys just walking around throughout your day and talking about what you're doing, and you may think nobody's interested, but everybody really is. And so making it fun and just living your life and kind of showing what's going on around you can be your 10 slides. So 10 slides is the minimum, I feel like, what you can do, what you should do in a day. And so that can be lifestyle, it could be business. Either way, make sure you just get at least 10 up. And then the last thing, you guys, is self-development, which is so awesome. I told you Easier Beach Money is a great book. Another awesome book that I feel like really changed my thinking is Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. And so this helped me a lot because I was so used to having the mindset of being poor and that I needed to be careful with my spending. And so because I was so into, or be careful with my saving and like, don't spend, like focus on saving. I was so focused on saving. It explains why like I was an extreme couponer, is because I was taking on my mother's habits about money. And so what you don't know is usually what you were taught growing up is probably how you live now, whether you realize it or not. And so this really changes a lot about how you think about money and allows you to think like a millionaire instead of a poor person. And most of America, probably I would say 98%, has a poor mindset. Which is why people live paycheck to paycheck and they don't have savings, because they see that extra $6 in their account and they say, oh, I'm going to go get Starbucks with it instead of saving. So everything right here made me realize I have so many of my mom's horrible habits. So things like that are really going to help you develop into a better person. So you can do YouTube, you can do books, it doesn't matter. So usually I just listen to a 10-minute video while I'm in the shower, and that's my self-development for the day. Of course I read, but I didn't do that in the beginning. I recommend doing it, but I did not do it, and I wish I did. So at least a video, 10 minutes of Audible, really try to squeeze 30 in somehow, whether it's driving or cooking dinner. Listen, AirPods are the best investment you can do for this business, for sure. And of course, investment into you and your business in any way is a great investment. So, and then the last thing, you guys, follow up with your enroller. So basically just let them know what wins you had in your business today. Just check in with them, tell them what's up, tell them what your goals are for the rest of the week, tell them, maybe a question you came across. Either way, just connect with them somehow every single day. They should be doing that for you too. but we want to stay connected with you guys. The more questions that you ask us, the better. The more that you're in our inbox, the better. The more that we communicate, the better. And we don't want you to ever feel like we think that you're dumb, or we feel like you don't know. Why didn't she pick that up the first time when I told her? We don't think like that. Like, so take that out of your mind. We just want you guys to be, actually, I tell people, I'm like, you think I'm mad at you for messaging me that much? I'd be mad if you didn't message me that much. And so just remember, the more we hear from you, the better it is for us, because we see you, like we recognize that. And the better it is for you too, because then you're going to be correcting a lot more things. So you guys expect to make mistakes, expect the bad, expect the great. Just go in knowing that you're here to stay. You're going to make this work. And it may be a lot right now, but in a month from now, it's going to be like how you tie your shoes, and you're going to look back in this moment and say, I am so glad that I didn't give up. I'm so glad that I did more every single day, and that I changed my mindset early in the beginning, because that's what's really going to propel you in this business, is everything up here. So hope this helped you guys. I hope you'll have a good night. Any other questions, just message me or your upline, and we'll go from there.